comes my tomato egusi. It is so yummy, so tasty, and so delicious. I have come to realize that food doesn't have formula. Provided it tastes good, it looks good, and it isn't hazardous to your health, then you are good to go. So guys, I prepared yummy tomato egusi soup with brisket bone. This is budget friendly soup, and guys, it's came out so yummy, so tasty, and so delicious. So the first thing I did was to cook the brisket bone. I actually used brisket bone instead of pure beef for this recipe. So I cooked until it is very soft. It took me less than 30 minutes to cook till it's softened because I am actually using cooking gas. So once it's done, I set aside. I actually seasoned with salt, onion, and seasoning cubes, then set aside. I have my empty pot on the fire. I poured in my red oil and allowed to melt. I went ahead to pour in my already blended tomato and pepper, and I fried this until it is fried for about 2 to 3 minutes. And here comes my egusi. This egusi has already been blended with okpei and crayfish. So I went ahead to add a few drops of water to the already grinded egusi. I don't want it to be watery and I don't want it to be strong. So here comes my fried tomato and pepper mix, just the way you can see it in this video. I didn't allow it to dry out completely. I just fry it for a few minutes like I told you earlier in this video. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead with my already mixed egusi. Ensure you mix your egusi just the way you are seeing in this video. Go ahead and scoop in your already mixed egusi paste. Let's just call this egusi paste into the pepper and tomato mix, and go ahead and fry it for about 2 to 3 more minutes, just the way you can see in this video. Like I said before, food doesn't have formula. Whatever you choose to add to your meal or whatever you choose to remove from your meal is actually dependent on your taste. Our taste buds actually differ, so what I like may not be what you like. So if you decide to add something extra or remove what you don't like, it's totally dependent on you and your taste buds. So go ahead and fry your egusi just the way you can see in this video. Fried egusi and tomato actually taste different than your regular egusi. It just gives egusi soup this yummy flavor, just different flavor than the usual egusi. So once you are done frying your egusi, go ahead and pour in a little water just the way you can see in this video. Then cover it and allow it to cook for about 1 minute or less, just a little bit. Then at this point, it is cooked. I actually cooked this for less than 1 minute. Go ahead and open your pot. At this point, it's already drying out, but I won't allow it. I won't give it that chance. I'm not going to give it that chance to dry out. So I added some more water from my blender. I actually washed out the remnants of the already blended tomatoes and pepper, and I pour in the water. Remember, we do not waste food, so no food shall be wasted. So at this point, I have to pour in my brisket bone mixed with meat. I went on with my fish seasoning cube. Because I've added seasoning cube before in the meat when I was cooking it, I'm not going to add much. I just use 1 cube, total of 3 cubes of seasoning cube. Then go on with your salt and mix it to combine just the way you are seeing in this video. Ensure you are not turning on top of your fish to avoid it breaking into pieces. At this point, I have to cover it and allow it to cook for about 2 minutes. At this point, my egusi soup is almost ready. You can decide to serve just this way if you don't like adding vegetables. Some people don't really like vegetables in their soup, but me personally, I like vegetables. When I'm eating soup without vegetable, it tastes different. I hardly manage it. It hardly tastes good for me. So at this point, I'm going to add in my vegetable. I used ugu leaf. You can decide to use bitter leaf or whichever leaf or vegetable of your choice. Go ahead and turn the vegetable and the soup to mix very well. I'm not going to cook this more. At this point, my soup is ready because I wouldn't want to overcook my vegetable, so that I'll retain the nutrients that it is supposed to give. So at this point, guys, my food is ready. My yummy tomato egusi soup is ready. Come join me. Let's enjoy.